water out of the tree.
Stop drinking the Christmas water.
I look just like you.
No, you don't. Oh yeah. Maybe if I had a wig on. Welcome to day 24.
Initially, we're thinking, man, Leviticus is like super repetitive. I have to say, there's a lot of detail that went into it, and it's definitely worth giving it a read. I have a hard time remembering where exactly we left off because I am definitely reading these chapters multiple times.
Oh yeah.
I feel like, so today I know for a fact I went through Leviticus 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I can honestly say I read each one at least twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tough to read. Comprehension.
Especially because we're switching.
Oh yeah, from NIV to King James Version.
Mm-hmm. And because we're switching from NIV to the King James Version, I find it helpful just like as my mind gets used to the way the words are sounding and what they mean. And I like continuously like look up, what does this mean? What does that mean? I switch back and forth to the NIV version. So not only am I reading the chapter twice in one version, I'm reading it again a third time actually in the New English version so I can get kind of an understanding and like find my middle ground on like how to understand it better. Anyway, so in Leviticus 4 we talk about just offerings, and of course that's how it started, is just like the different types of offerings, what to do with the animal, the blood, and the parts, and how different they look depending on the type of sin. So you get an offering for like congregation, so like the children of Israel considered congregation, and if they sin, their offering looks different than if like a ruler sins, or a priest, or just your commoners in the congregation. So it went through each one of those and what they looked like and in what ways were they different. And again, I came across them talking about one of the sacrifices being a female, and that was for a commoner's sin. Last time we heard that you would a female goat, lamb, whatever is allowed is during a peace offering. Every other offering is a male, and it says, which is interesting, that all the fat taken away from the female for your sin offering is to be used for a peace offering, because the female is used again for the peace offering, so you have to utilize that fat for the peace offering, but utilize the carcass and all the rest of the parts for your sin offering. There's a reason why those two types of offering is female and the rest are male. And it stood out to me. And of course, if you're doing this correctly and you're doing it with a clean conscience and a clean heart, that all shall be forgiven.
In Leviticus 5, it says that if you later find that you are guilty of something or you've done wrong, at that point you are
held guilty.
Held guilty. Thank you. So also do a sacrifice then too. And I mentioned last video, to be clear, for if there's any new viewers, Jesus paid the sacrifice, the ultimate one. So you won't be seeing any sacrifices after the Old Testament. This is historical, just knowledge.
Yeah, so if you see a fire out back, it's probably because it's s'mores, not a lamb.
Not a lamb, or now present day and age, it looks different in all ways. Yeah.
And between Leviticus 6 and 7, it goes into directions for the priests. So the priest, as we know, was anointed Aaron, Moses' brother, and his sons. And he has a specific set of rules as well.
In 6 and 7 of Leviticus, it goes over the different kinds of laws and offerings. So that would be like burnt offerings, meat offerings, sin offerings, trespass offerings, peace offerings. It's like you name it, there's a category in how to go about it, and he clearly writes out how you should be addressing each one of these
Yeah, so
things you're looking for forgiveness on.
So previously, Leviticus 4 and 5, we're talking about the different types of offerings, why you would give those offerings, and then like what you should do with the animal that you're sacrificing. And then at the end of 6 and 7, it goes into the laws. Something that I found interesting was at the end of Leviticus 7, there are two things that I found interesting. One, it says, anyone who eats the flesh of the sacrifice for the peace offering that's for the Lord, even that soul should be cut off from their people. And so if I know that reading it is very difficult, so I can't imagine that I'm articulating it the way that I would like to. So what's cool is at the end of Leviticus 7, it practically summarizes the last 3 chapters.
So this is the law of the burnt offering, of the meat offering, and of the sin offering, and of the trespass offering, and of the consecrations, and of the sacrifice of peace offerings, which the Lord commanded Moses in Mount Sinai in the day that he commanded the children of Israel to offer their oblations unto the Lord in the wilderness of Sinai.
Mm-hmm. So that was their time in the wilderness of Sinai, and how they went about each one of those offerings and what it looked like. I think they're supposed to be going on an adventure soon. Or they're how long this is the wilderness. It just reiterated that they're still in the wilderness. So they have yet to make it to their destination. But I also want to add that the fire for their altar, where they're doing all the burnt offerings, God says must never go out. And it just painted this picture for me. It's like, have you ever been to like a ghost town?
Right.
And there's nobody there.
Mm.
And you wonder what happened to all of those lives. The people in the houses, the people in the shops, like where did they all go? When was the day that they all just left? Was there one person left behind? Was there 2 people left behind? So it just made me think, so this fire must never go out. But obviously today the fire is not there. And it made me think, what was the last time that ember burnt?
Yeah. Well, it's Bible time.
Bye.